back to the Pennsylvania Railroad Middle Division. Today we're going to talk about not one, not two, not three, but 5 new Pennsylvania Railroad flat cars that are now available in HO scale thanks to the technology of 3D printing. These are all minor classes, so the chance of ever getting them in anything but brass otherwise is slim to none. So let's take a dive in, and then I'll tell you how to get them from Ernest Trains. The F-35 was a depressed center flat car constructed of all welded steel plate with steel floors and featured 3F F2 Buckeye 6-wheel trucks with a capacity of 125 tons. With a length over strikers of 54 foot 4 inches, they had a loading deck size of 22 foot by 8 foot 4 inch. 10 were constructed at the Altoona car shops in September 1940. This is the F-35 from Ernest Trains, 3D printed in gray plastic. It's pretty clean looking. And it includes trucks. The Pennsy F-36 were heavy-duty flat-decked cars featuring an all-welded underframe and a wood deck. The cars had a 125-ton capacity and ran on 3F F3 Buckeye 6-wheel trucks. They were 50 foot long over strikers and had a loading deck of 49 foot 2.5 inches by 9 foot 10 inches. Altoona car shops turned out 30 F-36 in December of 1940. Here is the F-36 from Ernest Trains. You can see there's quite a bit of detailing on the deck. A little bit of underbody detail and some stuff that needs cleaned up a little bit, which is typical of the 3D printing process. And this model also includes the trucks. 2 Pennsy F-38 flat cars were built at Altoona in April 1954. They had a 250-ton capacity and had a steel floor of 50 feet by 10 feet. They rode on 4 3F F4 Buckeye 6-wheel trucks. They were often seen in service for General Electric, Westinghouse, and Mesta Machine Company. Here is the F-38 from Ernest Trains. Here's the body itself. And this car has bogies for the trucks. So these would extend out beyond the end of the deck, and each bogie would have 2 trucks connected to it. So the trucks and the bogies are included. The PRR F-40 flat was a one-of-a-kind depressed center flat car built at Altoona in October of 1954 per a request from General Electric to transport 6 large turbines from Schenectady, New York to Madison, Indiana. The car had a capacity of 250 tons and had a well measuring 30 foot by 8 foot 10 inches. It rode on 4 Buckeye 6-wheel trucks. Here's the F-40 from Ernest Trains. You can see the detailing on the deck. This was really a heavy-duty flat car. Like the last one I showed you, it also has bogies that extend out beyond the end of the car, the body itself. And each one of the bogies takes 2 of the trucks, which obviously are included. Between August and October of 1951, Altoona car shops built 9 FD1 depressed center flat cars with a capacity of 150 tons. They featured a 30 foot by 10 foot loading deck and were 72 foot 10 inches long above strikers. They had a pair of 2F F3 4-wheel trucks at each end. While the depressed center had a steel deck, the decks over the trucks were wood. Here is the FD1 from Ernest Trains. Not sure what these are called, if they're called bogies or otherwise, but basically 2 trucks mounts to the bottom of this and spreads the load out across the 2 trucks. There's one of those for each end. The 5 flat cars you've just seen are now available from Ernest Trains online. I have the URL on screen. Feel free to go take a look for yourself. Thank you.